In this video, you're about to discover some fantastic factory tours in Vermont. King Arthur Flour, the oldest flour company in U.S. Ben & Jerry's Ice Cream Factory, Cold Hollow Cider Mill, and Trapp Brewery from the Sound of Music family. Along the way, I also passed through Montpelier, the smallest state capital in the U.S. This is part of the first leg of my road trip from Maine to Quebec. Vermont's economy relies heavily on agriculture, tourism, and manufacturing, so it has many famous factory tour attractions. King Arthur is well known for bakers, and their flour, especially the bread flour, is very popular. Founded in 1790, it was originally based in Boston and moved to its current Vermont headquarters in Norwich in 1984. The main store doesn't just sell flour, it also offers a variety of freshly baked bread and pastries made from their flour. The company's name comes from the legendary story of King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table, symbolizing justice, courage, and leadership. Of course, it's not just about the name. The company is known for adhering to strict standards when selecting wheat and during the production process, aiming to convey a brand spirit that is trustworthy and respected. The fluffy biscuits paired with sweet jam are delicious. The scones are quite large but have no filling, so they're fairly ordinary. The coffee comes from a local brand called Mocha Joe, and has a nice light roast flavor. The shop has a full range of flours and many related products. These two are their most famous flours, the red all-purpose flour and the blue bread flour. Montpelier is a city most people probably haven't heard of, and it's known for being the smallest state capital in the U.S., with a population of about 8,000. I happened to visit during the weekend farmers market, right next to the state capitol. The Capitol also features a gold dome and neoclassical style, somewhat similar to New Hampshire's, but it was built earlier, in 1805. It's said that this small town doesn't have large chain stores. People go to local shops and restaurants, making it a truly unique state capital. On the way to Stowe, you pass through a small town called Waterbury, which is home to Green Mountain Coffee's headquarters. Many coffee lovers are familiar with Green Mountain, especially their signature product, K-Cups. I visited their flagship store in the old train station in 2019 and wanted to revisit and grab a coffee today. To my surprise, the store had changed brands. After checking, I learned that Green Mountain store closed in 2020 due to the pandemic and decided not to reopen in 2021. The Amtrak station is still there, but it's currently closed to visitors during non-stop times.
So they decide to close until just for the train.
Nearby is the Ben & Jerry's factory, which I also visited in 2019. Thankfully, it's still open. Ben & Jerry's was founded by childhood friends Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield in 1978 in Burlington, Vermont. They initially considered opening a bagel shop but switched to an ice cream store due to high equipment costs. The factory is known for its innovative flavors with humor and personality. You can taste various ice creams and learn about the ice cream making process. There are also activities suitable for children. In 2000, the company was acquired by Unilever, but it still operates relatively independently. During my 2019 visit, the tour showed every step from cream mixing to ice cream packaging, ending with a tasting of the latest flavors. Outdoors, there's a flavor graveyard that commemorates discontinued ice cream flavors. Each tombstone is inscribed with the flavor's name and a fun fact. Hope Hollow is a traditional cider mill. Their cider donuts are quite popular. Cider donuts are made with apple cider, cinnamon, and nutmeg, and are coated with cinnamon and sugar. They're small, but at $1 each, it's a good deal. Of course, there's also hot apple cider, which is perfect for today's weather. The donut isn't very sweet, with a subtle apple aroma. You can also tour the production process. What's the difference between apple cider and apple juice? Simply put, apple cider is freshly pressed juice. Apple juice is made from concentrate with water added and usually doesn't need refrigeration. Want more cider donuts? You can buy a mix and make them at home. The alcoholic version is called hard apple cider, where the sugars in the cider are fermented into alcohol. Apple cider vinegar is when the alcohol is further converted into acetic acid, turning it into vinegar. Hard cider has alcohol level similar to beer. You can spend $10 to sample 4 small cups of different flavors. Trapp family is the original inspiration of The Sound of Music. George von Trapp is an Austrian naval officer with his wife Maria, along with their 7 children. They were a musical family who performed across Austria and Europe. Due to the political climate before World War II, they emigrated to the US in 1938. initially settling in New York and later traveling across the country before finally settling in Vermont. The Sound of Music is a dramatized adaptation of their experiences, with both a musical and film version. In Vermont, the Trapp family has established a resort, brewery, and bakery. The resort is designed to mimic their Austrian hometown style and is located in a picturesque valley. You can visit the lobby to learn about the family's history even if you're not staying there. The brewery, the family's latest venture, was established in 2010 after discovering a spring nearby. They use hops imported from Germany, and focus on Austrian-style beers like Lager and Pilsner. The bakery specializes in traditional Austrian pastries. The classic apple strudel is tasty with a sweet tart apple filling. On my way to Canada, stopped at a barbecue joint for dinner. Turns out to be a hidden gem.